Hi there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar. In today's video I want to talk to you about this wonderful instrument here, which is my Ibanez S Series Prestige. Its full model name is the 6521Q. Everyone knows that Ibanez are well famous for their seriously uncool names for their guitars. They're very practical titles, and anyone who's really into the brand will know what a 521Q is. It's basically telling you all about the fact that this is a fixed bridge version that doesn't have a scratch plate, and the Q is about it having a quilted maple top and all that stuff. But anyway, I just think of this as my S Series Prestige. So let's get into it. What's going on with this guitar? The title of the video, and I genuinely think about this as I think this is one of the most underrated guitars that have ever been made, because in my opinion this thing is a stupendous instrument. It's absolutely awesome, and for some reason they don't get as much love as I think that they deserve. So the thing that's interesting about that is I even think that they don't get as much love from the company, from Ibanez. When you look into the recent catalogues, like the 2021 catalogue that's recently come out, there's not loads of different variants. They're not offering J custom versions of these at the moment. There are, in the lower budget ranges, there are some particularly different models. I mean, I've actually got one here. This is the SA model that I'll probably do another video on at some point. So they do offer various ones in the lower ends and in the Axion label and stuff like that, but in the Prestige range they don't get that much love, I think, at least anyway. And I think that that is unfair considering how good this guitar is. So why do I think it's so good? Well, first things first, what got me into it was this. Look at how thin this guitar is. It's just so comfortable. I know that's not going to be for everybody, but I think there's something in guitar players' heads that gets them worried about this. They see that and they think, oh, that's not going to have much sustain, or I don't know, it's just such a far cry from something like a Les Paul that people get sort of put off by it. Let me tell you, this guitar sustains just as much as anything else that I've got, because where the body gets thicker is around where the pickups are. Now, to be fair, this isn't just my opinion on this. You speak to a luthier about this and they'll tell you the same. If the wood is thick around here, you can remove as much from the wings as you want, and it's not really going to make any difference. So when I was looking at my Sir Pro series just recently with my luthier, he was saying the same. You could remove a load of stuff out of the Sir and it would still sound the same, whatever. So the thinness for this guitar, for me, is absolutely ideal, because I actually have a bad back problem. So when it actually comes from doing too much sport and all them sorts of things, but the way that I sit when I play the guitar. So I was looking for a guitar that was going to be comfortable to stand with when doing gigs, and it kind of got me looking into this, being a fan of the Ibanez guitar thing and all the rest of it. I mean, I was looking for all sorts of other different brands. I was looking here, there and everywhere. And then I was like, well, you know, what's Ibanez got to offer? What's going on? When I looked into this, one, the thin body really spoke to me, but also Ibanez described this guitar, the S Series, as the cutting edge of their design. Now, anyone who follows my channel will know that my channel and my guitar teaching business is called Cutting Edge Guitar. And I looked at that and I thought, do you know what, that is just too good to be true. It really is speaking to me. So they call it the cutting edge of design because obviously this has been super hard to make. To make a guitar this thin that is practical and works, very, very difficult. What you've got on the Prestige one, first things first, the colour. Look at it, it's just stunning. They call it surreal blue burst. For me, I just see the green, really, the blue, you know, just the bits around the edge. But the colour really spoke to me. I thought it was gorgeous. I love the quilted maple top. I love that finish on there. So what you've got in terms of woods, you've got mahogany on the back, and then you've got quilted maple on the top, which is absolutely gorgeous. Starting off up this end on the headstock, we've got Goto lock-in tuners. I've mentioned before in other videos about lock-in tuners. I just love them. Lock-in tuners are wicked. They make your string changing so much easier. On a fixed bridge guitar as well, they just help this guitar to stay in tune really, really well, which is awesome. Cool. So that's that up there. We've got a Graphtec nut, which on many of my guitars, obviously I've got the Floyd Rosey style guitars, so they're going to be metal nuts. But we've got Graphtec on this, which is really, really good. My Sir also has Graphtec, just great nuts. We've got, moving down the guitar neck on this, we've got a bound fretboard. I really like the binding on this. I don't know if you can see that on the video there. You probably can't. Perhaps a bit easier on that if I come around that way. The binding matches the body. We've got that yellow sort of stripe, and then you've got it there on the, if I just bring that right in, you see that yellow stripe that we've got coming down the neck there. So that just finishes the neck off lovely. It looks really, really cool. I've also got this is the Super Wizard high performance neck. So it's 3-piece maple with the walnut strips in between to keep it super rigid. On top of that, with this particular neck, they've also put in the KTS titanium rods to make it super, super strong. When playing, I'm not sure that I can feel anything to do with those KTS rods. I don't know about that in how it feels to me, but I do really, really like this neck. This neck, I mean, it's a sort of same thicknesses and dimensions as what's on my Prestige RG2550, which has all the 3-piece neck and all the walnut strips and that stuff, but that doesn't have the KTS titanium. This does, just, it feels awesome. It's super comfortable. I don't know if it's anything to do with that, but there we go. They may well put those in an S series to make the neck more rigid to compensate for some of the fact that the body's so thin. I don't know. We'd have to ask an Ibanez expert on that one, but I really do like the neck. It plays like a dream. One thing that I would change, and I will change going forward with this guitar, I haven't made this mod yet because it's only a couple of years old. I've just had the frets dressed at the moment because I haven't totally wore them out. But these are the normal nickel type fret, and I want this to have the stainless steel fret job that I've got in a few of my other guitars. So that will happen at a later date. I just think it's quite an expense and quite a lot of surgery to do to your guitar to get that done. So I might as well wear these to the point where they've got nothing left. And then get the stainless steel done at a later date. So moving down to the rest of the guitar, pickups. Air Norton in the neck, Dimarzio, absolutely beautiful, lovely sounding neck pickup. When you're looking around on all the forums and them sorts of things online, this one doesn't get a lot of bashing. A lot of people like this pickup, so not too much to say there. But this one, the bridge humbucker, the Dimarzio Tone Zone. Now, some of the stuff that I read and hear about this, I think is hilarious, to be quite honest with you. I love this pickup. It sounds awesome. It's got loads of bark, loads of grunt for rock and all that sort of thing. Loads of the chuggy riffing and all that sort of stuff that you might want to do. It's also got a lovely fluid sound for legato runs and, you know, nasty alternate picking things that you might want to do. I guess because I'm not an all-out super heavy down-tuned metal player, I don't have the problems where people talk about this flubby low end. What on earth flubby is, I don't know, but you see that all the time. People say, oh, it's got a really flubby low end. Okay, fine. If that's your problem, swap the pickup out. For me, I really like this pickup. It sounds awesome for everything that I need it to do. And what I also love about this is the 5-way switching. So I've talked about this on my Sir. This doesn't have the same kind of switching as what the Sir does. I mean, obviously it's a different guitar, different pickups and all that stuff. What we've got with this, we've got the humbucker in position 1. When we go to here, we've got the 2 single coils, both humbuckers. Then what we've got is this humbucker in an out of phase, which actually kind of gives you a single coily type sound. Although it's not a single coil, it does give you a really spanky kind of good sound for cleans and that sort of stuff. And then we've got the neck humbucker on there. So again, for my personal tastes, 2 humbucker, nothing to get in the way of the picking technique, 5-way switch for 5 different really, really cool sounds. And on the controls here, when you roll the tone off, it's actually got a really nice travel. I don't know what pots are in this guitar from brand new. I've never took off the back and had a look to see what's in there, but this has got a really nice travel. It cleans up really nice, and like again, they feel super high quality, which is really, really cool. And the Goto, sorry, this isn't Goto. This is an Ibanez's own bridge. This is oh, I can't even think what they call it off the top of my head now. It's what is it? Something standard 2. I can't remember, but it's shaped really, really nicely so that when you're playing, your palm sits on it and there's nothing jagged to hurt your hand or anything like that. It's just super, super comfortable. And another point is, with the S Series, a lot of people moan about where they put the input jack. I don't have a lot of choice because of how thin where the guitar is. But for me, that doesn't get in the way of any of my picking, playing, strumming or whatever. It's out of the way enough. But I really like the fact that where it's been put, I can now move this guitar anywhere I want around my leg. So it's just super comfortable, really. When you're teaching, you might want to play at different angles, you know, demonstrating things to students or whatever, moving it around on your leg, and that just not jabbing in or getting in the way. Or when you put it on a music stand, you know, when you put it down on a guitar stand, and it will just go anywhere without it being in a stupid, annoying place. So I really like that. It suits me down to the ground. So that's the appointments on this guitar. That's all of the things, and I think it's massively, massively underrated because of its versatility as well. So it's got all of those comfortable appointments, great neck, loads of high-end hardware, and it sounds great. So let's have a look at all of the different sounds on this guitar. So here's a clean sound on the bridge humbucker. Right, let's go to the next pickup selection. So this is the split 2 single coils. Both humbuckers together. So now we're going to the neck out of phase. And the neck humbucker. Let's roll off the tone and see how much warmer we can make it sound. There we go, so there's the clean sounds. Now let's have a look at some distortion. Here we go then, guys. Here's a distortion tone with the bridge humbucker. And the split coils. Pardon me, that's not the split single anyway, is it? It's an out of phase humbucker with a neck. And the neck humbucker. Okay guys, that is my Ibanez S Series Prestige. I think it's an absolutely awesome, stupendous guitar and I absolutely love it. So underrated, so if you think these are cool, just go and get yourself one, and I think you can use it for many more things than just shred and rock guitar. You can use these for blues and fusion, any contemporary modern style really. It's just an awesome electric guitar. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get more of these when I do them, and check out all of my lessons and other things that I've done for you, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.